Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam. Knock at the Cabin is officially in theaters and is the #1 movie in the world. So now is the time for a spoiler-filled review. My spoiler-free review is linked in the eye in the right-hand corner. Go check that out. If you have not seen the movie, this is your official spoiler warning. I will be talking about the big twist in detail. So if you want to see the movie, go see it for yourself or check out my spoiler-free review. I gave it a good rating. I felt like I gave it a modest recommendation. However, in the review, I said that I felt like there was a lot of money left on the table, meaning that I think story-wise it was kind of disappointing, and this video will hopefully explain what I meant by that. So this is your official spoiler warning. The screen is going to go black for about a second or two, and then when I come back, the spoilers will be in play. So I'll see you on the other side. All right, so the big twist in the movie is that it is heavily implied that the four people that approach the family and force them to make the choice, well, just play the clip.
We are the Four Horsemen! Woo!
Yes, it is heavily implied that the four individuals are the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I say implied because my biggest problem with this movie is that, in terms of story-wise, they didn't really commit to one core idea. I felt like there were crumbs of ideas that could have potentially been interesting. And I felt like they tried to do all of them, but by extension, doing all of these ideas half-baked just ultimately led to nothing. The biggest one that I spotted was when it is revealed that the four horsemen were there. I forgot that Ben Aldrich and Jonathan Groff's characters had totally different ideas on religion. It is heavily implied that the Ben Aldrich character is an atheist. There's a scene earlier in the movie where they pick up Wen at the adoption agency years before the movie starts. And Aldrich's character sees a mural of Jesus and sees Groff sitting next to him, and he's like, "You may say a prayer if you would like, I will not comment." So it is definitely implied that he is an atheist, while Groff is implied that he is a more God-fearing individual. It also helps the case that Groff's character keeps saying that he sees an individual in the light, while Aldrich is telling him that he has a concussion and is not thinking straight, because that is true. When the four invade the home, one of them hits Groff, it trips up Groff, and Groff hits the back of his head really hard, giving him a concussion. So it's not really clear if he is seeing what he is seeing, or it's because he was literally knocked loopy. I felt like that could have been compelling, but at the same time, I don't think it was really executed the best. I don't think there was a commitment to trying to say, are these really the four horsemen, and just, is the apocalypse really happening? Because there's an idea of the events happening outside, the tsunamis and the plague. Aldrich is like, they're happening. It's a pre-recorded video. I've been reading about this for months now. But Groff is like, maybe that is because of us. I felt like that could have been explored a whole lot more, but I don't think it really is. The other thing that I think could have been interesting but is never followed through on is the fact that one of the four, specifically O'Bannon, played by Rupert Grint, attacked Ben Aldrich's character in a bar. But that whole fact that O'Bannon is one of the four is never followed up on. I felt like I was getting an idea in my head thinking maybe if all these four are connected to these two in some fashion, but it almost never is. And I feel like it felt like a half measure. Like, why have this person connected to this traumatic incident when it just feels like there's one and then the rest are just some randos? Again, I feel like there was a lot of money left on the table on that. And I should say that I have enjoyed movies where Shyamalan has left the twist kind of ambiguous and let us think about it for a while. Signs is probably the biggest culprit of this. I have defended Signs on more than one occasion for this reason. However, I felt like there were several core ideas that could have been interesting, but again, are just left there and just never touched again. They're introduced, but just never followed through on. So it just ultimately felt very underwhelming and disappointing. Am I some screenwriting genius? No, I am not. But just on the whole, my experience with Shyamalan and just movies in general, I feel like there could have been a core idea that could have made the movie 1,000 times better, in my opinion. But instead, it feels like there's just a couple of kernels of ideas that are just touched on, but then never visited again. And ultimately, that's why I only gave it a good rating, because movie-wise, this was very well made. Acting, it looks surprisingly good. The score is haunting. But overall, I just felt like there could have been so much more. Just to quote Max Lord from Wonder Woman 1984, it's good, but it could be better. I hope that I made my point pretty clear on that. And like I said, I'm no screenwriter. I just have an opinion, and this just so happens to be mine. What did you all think of the big twist in Knock at the Cabin? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say. You can post the spoilers here. This is a spoiler-filled review after all, so knock yourself out. And if you did like the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way, when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.